This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, the reason why they want to take the teeth out of the CAT system is because the CAT system is exposing all the fraud and corruption in the market, and the bad actors know they're going to be held accountable, and the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI knows they're going to have to do their job and rein in the bad actors. So in order to not have to do that, they want to silence the CAT system. Okay? In 4 days in April, only 4 days in April, there was 77 billion errors reported. 77 billion in 4 trading days. And you know what's worse about this? They know we're paying attention, and they're still doing billions of errors. So can you imagine the amount of errors that went on when we weren't paying attention, when the CAT system wasn't running? This is further evidence of the fraud and corruption in the market. We are looking at them. We have the cookie jar with a camera on it, and they're still stealing cookies. It's absolutely crazy to me. But this suggests to me that this 77 billion is the tip of the iceberg, because they know we're paying attention, and they couldn't help themselves, and they had to do 77 billion errors in only 4 trading days. Yet somehow the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI don't see anything that requires an investigation. If the fraud and corruption has to be so out of control that when they know the CAT system paying attention, they still needed 77 billion errors to control all the fraud and corruption in the market, to stop the market from running. I believe, and this is just my opinion, that but for these 77 billion errors, a lot of stocks would have started trading at their real price or even higher. But they can continue to engage in this fraud and corruption and malfeasance, and the SEC practices willful blindness. The DOJ practices willful blindness. The FBI practices willful blindness. When is Elon Musk and the DOGE going to look into this data that we're getting from the CAT system? They say they're there to uncover fraud and corruption. Well, Elon Musk, DOGE, this is evidence of fraud and corruption. In my opinion, it is overwhelming evidence of fraud and corruption. And the fact that they did 77 billion while they know we were paying attention tells me that they did hundreds of billions when they knew we weren't watching. And the only reason they did this while we were watching is because they had to do it to stop stocks from reaching their true value because of all the fraud and corruption in the play. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you think they engaged in 77 billion worth of errors while we were watching? Were they forced to in order to stop from going bankrupt? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.